They stayed in the house for only 28 days. It wasn't lack of money. It wasn't regret. They fled in the middle of the night, leaving everything behind: clothes, furniture, money. Because, according to them, something in that house was awake. And the scariest part? It all began in a small town called Amityville, in a house where, a year before, an entire family was murdered while they slept. No fight, no escape, as if something had kept them all there. In 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. picked up a rifle and silently walked through the house, room by room. 6 people died that night: his parents, his siblings, all found face down. No sign of resistance, no screams heard by the neighbors. When they asked why, he said something no one could explain. "The voices told me to do it." 1 year later, George and Kathy Lutz found the house. Big, beautiful, too cheap. They knew what had happened there, but they believed that it was all in the past, that it was just a tragedy, nothing more. They were wrong. On the first night, George woke up suddenly, for no reason. He looked at the clock, 3:15. The next night, the same time. And the next, and the next. Always 3:15, the exact time of the murders. The house began to feel cold, even with the heater on full blast. It wasn't an ordinary cold. It was heavy, still, as if it were alive. Doors began to open on their own. Knocks echoed through the hallways. Footsteps when no one was walking. And then the smell. Something rotten, something dead. But there was nothing there. The youngest daughter began talking to someone, a friend. She called him Jody. She said Jody wasn't a person, but a thing, a large animal with red eyes that kept looking out the window, waiting. One night, George saw, in the dark, outside, 2 red eyes, shining. No body, just watching. George began to change. He stopped sleeping. He stayed awake, tending the fireplace, as if trying to warm something that never got warm. He became aggressive, distant, cold, as if he was no longer alone inside his own head. Before the change, a priest visited the house to bless it. As soon as he entered one of the rooms, a voice said, "Get out." The voice wasn't human. It was deep, distorted, wrong. Soon after, he fell ill, high fever, wounds on his hands, and he never came back. Kathy began to see things, shadows, figures, presences. She would wake up in the middle of the night and couldn't move. Once, she woke up levitating, alone, in the dark, while something watched. On the 20th day, the house no longer seemed like a house. Noises came from the walls as if something was crawling inside. The doors slammed violently, the windows trembled, and George began talking to himself. On the 28th night, everything happened at once. Doors slamming, footsteps running through the hallways, the children screaming, and a feeling that the whole house was alive, watching, waiting. Kathy woke up and saw George standing there, looking at the children, in silence, holding an axe. For a second, he didn't seem human. He seemed empty, as if something was looking through him. And in that moment, she understood. It wasn't just the house, it was what was inside it, and that had done this before. They fled that same night without looking back, without taking anything. They never returned. The house still exists in Amityville. People have lived there since, and many say that nothing happened. but others prefer not to speak because there's something strange about that place, something that doesn't appear in the photos nor in the official accounts. If you pass by there during the early morning hours and look at the second-floor windows, you might see something looking back, waiting for the next family.